Hi folks, and welcome to Shit Happens. In this video I'm going to be building a deer blind. I started this project about 10 days ago and pretty much had all of it filmed, at least through where I'm at now, and had the video just about done. And the other day when I was going through some files, I had inadvertently deleted about 180 videos, including about 40 clips from the first part of this build. So you're not going to see me nailing together a bunch of 2x4s putting these walls together. It was kind of boring anyway. But anyway, the dimensions of this blind are going to be 5 feet by 5 feet with 3 windows and a door access in the back. So where this video is going to start off is me putting those together and starting to side it with some cedar. So stick around. I hope you enjoy the video, and again, this will probably be a part 1 of a 2-part series. Well, I decided to run uptown and pick up a few more 2x4s and another roll of roofing felt, tar paper. I'll be wrapping the walls in this before I start putting the cedar on. It's a little crappy out today. It's sprinkling, raining off and on, so I figured I'd work on this blind for a couple hours, see if I can make some headway. I got all 4 of the walls studded up, so I think what I'm going to do first, before I start on the tar paper, is get these screwed together into a box, get the tar paper stapled on, and then start working on some cedar. I still haven't built a skid yet for the floor where I can bolt this to when it's done to move around, but I'm not too concerned about it. If I need to move this out of the way or out of the barn, I'll just grab the Kubota with the forks and put it wherever I want, get it out of the way. Some of these 2x4s are a little bit twisted. I need to get that pushed in so I can get a screw in there. And that's where this clamp will come in handy when you don't have an extra set of hands. Alright, I got the 4 walls screwed together. I'm going to add a few more screws and then we'll get going on wrapping this with the tar paper. Wrapping this in paper is going to do a couple things for me. It's going to help keep the wind down in here and maintain a temperature that I'm comfortable with in the winter. And then it's going to remove my silhouette, or at least diminish it when I'm sitting here with that black background. I like using this on these blinds. I think before I wrap the whole thing with this felt paper, I'm going to go ahead and do one side at a time. So my next step here is I'm going to face the front of this with some rough cut cedar. Now these pieces of cedar from the sawmill, they're basically offcuts that couldn't be used on a particular job. These are actually old telephone poles, utility poles. I'm not going to concern myself with the thickness of any of these. I don't care if the profile goes in and out and in and out. I'm not going to do anything with the surface, get them planed down to the same size. But what I will probably do is, when I get these cut to length, run them through the table saw to at least get a true edge on the top and bottom when I start screwing them up. Okay, I got this little section of cedar here cut down to 5 feet in length. I'm going to run these to the table saw next and get the edges cleaned up. And we'll get the front half of that faced with this cedar. And again, to avoid cracks, I cleaned up both edges of these with the table saw, just to prevent drafts. I hope I'm not 3 screws too short. This is what I'm using right here. I got one of these, and a star bit with the bent end. Alright, the front side's done. Now I'm going to move to the back side where the door's going. Get some tar paper on that and get some cedar siding on the back side. Once I get that done, we'll do the 2 sides. Well folks, thanks for hanging out with me. Video's getting a little long. I'm just going to call this part 1. So hopefully if you've stomached the video this long to see me building a deer blind, here in a week or 2 I'll get up part 2 and we can get this thing finished and get it out in the field and get it set into place. Thanks for hanging out with me here at Chick Hap.